Hey, just got back in the truck. Excuse me, just got back in the truck. Was flagging in a boundary line. It's a little piece of property I'm personally buying here in Northeast Louisiana, and it's kind of in a corner of a larger tract. So there are south line, west line are already marked. Part of the north line is. So I was flagging in the east boundary line. There's a known point at the southeast corner and a known point at the northeast corner. So I got 2 points, and all of you graduated high school, you remember all you need to draw a straight line is 2 points. You know, just run a line between 2 points. There you go. So that's what I'm doing. I was my handy dandy flag and compass, and started at a known point, a monument in the southeast corner, and was shooting a line due north, and going spot and putting up flagging, you know, every 30-40 feet or something like that, just wherever it kind of made sense. And then I'll come back later. Well, actually, a forester is going to come back later, buddy of mine, and he's going to actually paint these lines in. But I've kind of done that work for him, so he'll come and chop and paint these lines to these known points, and voila, boundary line, rock solid boundary line. It's out in the middle of nowhere here, timberland, hunting, recreational track. So for it to be dead solid, perfect, dead solid, you know, sub meter marking out there is not so critical. It's going to be this kind of line from a known point to a known point, and that's going to be great. What I normally do, because I have a habit of pulling just a little bit the further I go, is when I flag it all the way through and hopefully come out right on my other point, and then if I don't, usually I've got a little bend in it. I've got to straighten out that bend, and so I'll start on that point and work my way back and tighten up my bends. Where flagging is off of that line, I'll just tighten it up and bring it in closer. I'm not going to have a dead perfect line. That's not even my goal. I'm trying to get just a little bit of this along a dead perfect line, just a little bit of this. Every once in a while, though, I'll pull and go off like this or like that, and it's those marks that I bring back in closer to that dead center line. So there's no way to get it exactly perfect. I don't care who you are. I just can't believe you can do that with a compass. Compass is it's marked in 2-degree increments. You have what you call declination, which is the depending on where you are in the United States, it's the number of degrees off you are magnetic north versus true north. So you already have built-in error when you're compassing anyway. So there's no way to get a dead solid perfect right down the survey mark line. It just, in my opinion, can't be done. So I try to get this. I'm trying to show you this from point to point, and that's going to suffice. I'll go put up some T-posts along on where that line hits trails or hits places that's a person can easily get across the line. That way they see a T-post, a painted T-post, and go, oh, hey, there's a property line, and everybody understands and respects that. So you can do a lot of work yourself on timberland tracks and recreational tracks where the line doesn't have to be, you know, this close to, you know, that precise. It can be just close enough just to know where you want to put deer stands, where you want to build roads, where you want to cut timber. It's easy to do. So if you can't do it yourself, any good forester is going to be able to flag. He's going to be able to compass in a line. He's going to be able to flag it in, then paint it. And they'll usually do that in 2 trips. It's hard to do that in 1 trip. They'll usually flag it in, come back, then chop and paint, and they'll have you a good boundary line. So I've got this one flagged in. I'm gonna let my buddy come chop and paint, and I'll have a good boundary line. So got this done Sunday afternoon after church. Looks like a shower's coming, so I finished it up just in time. So here we go.